morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go play action. Trubisky, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go! 38!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the 1st down.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Luck is going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again is Locke. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Love. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
A shotgun snap for Love. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And you got points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a 1st down carry. It's Camaro. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Lott. This one caught by Crowder. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Come on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go play action with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. But he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 2nd down is Lott. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage. Have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Lott. And Anderson's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money That comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun, Luck. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Let's go. Run the ball after this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll run it here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Here's Trubisky. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, a 22. Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos cut into that lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point from McManus is good, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You're right.
Now Luck. Out to his left. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The former first-round pick, Shane Ray, in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Kamara might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Love. And Reed with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a 1st down throw. Locke. Flush to his right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Locke. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Andrew Luck taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Darren Lee not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And throw right side complete to Parker. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. He's going to wind up and got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing his line. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Luck. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. Running with Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels? Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game. And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball. Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands up. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing, finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.